Hi, this is Professor A.S. Rao. This video lecture is basically prepared by my third year civil engineering students from examination point of view. Okay, now in this video I am going to discuss the design of laced column and also the column with battens. Hi students, how are you? Before going to start the problem, now let us have just 2 minutes brief discussion on design of compression members. In the last video, we have seen the design of compression members or columns. Generally, the design of compression member consists of 3 steps. First step is we have to calculate its slenderness ratio. Then second one is we have to decide its buckling class, and then we have to calculate its design compressive stress, so that we can calculate its load carrying capacity. So the 3 steps are calculation of slenderness ratio, then deciding the buckling class, and then finding out the design compressive stress. So these are the 3 basic steps in case of design of columns. Okay, and now coming to this problem on a laced column and a battened column. Let us see the problem. Design a built up section for a 6.5 meters long column to carry a factored load of 1700 kilonewtons. Take both ends of the column as hinged. Design it as a column with lacing and also column with battens. Okay. So here the actual load given is 1700 kilonewtons. See, practically all the columns are heavily loaded. So if there is heavy loading on the column, then single section is definitely not sufficient. We have to design a built up section. మీకు తెలుసు కదా built up section అంటే ఏంటి? More than one section we have to use. Then such a section is called as a built up section. Okay. Now here, because it is heavy loading, so definitely we have to go design a built up section. Okay. Now let us start the solution. For a built up section, we have to assume the design compressive stress FCD equal to 160 MPa. In the last video also we discussed single section అయితే FCD 100 MPa assume చేసుకుంటాము. If it is a built up section, we assume around 150 megapascals. So in this problem I am assuming FCD equal to 160 megapascals. Then let us calculate the cross sectional area required for the column. AE equal to load divided by stress. So load is 1700 kilonewtons divided by stress. I assumed it as 160. So 1700 by 160 gives you 10,625 mm square. This is the area required. So now let us provide 2 channel sections. That means I am going for a built up section. 2 channel sections I am using. I am trying to ISMC 350 at 430 Newton per meters. So 2 channels ISMC 350. Now let us look at the properties of this ISMC 350 from steel tables. See, this is the ISMC 350, okay, and its area is 5366 millimeter square, and breadth of flange is 100 mm, and thickness of flange is 13.5 mm, and this is the ZZ axis of the channel section, and this is the YY axis. The minor axis is YY axis, and IZZ equal to 10,008 centimeter power 4, and IYY equal to 430.6 centimeter power 4, and the RZZ, radius of gyration about ZZ axis is 136.6 mm, and RYY equal to 28.3 mm. So this is about the ISMC 350, the properties of ISMC 350. Okay. Now we are providing 2 channels. Okay. So now let us see the properties of built up section. So it is in the problem it is given that both ends are hinged. So effective length LE equal to L. So 6.5 meters. LE equal to L. Both ends are hinged. Now ప్రాబ్లంలో ఏం మెన్షన్ చేయలేదు కాబట్టి నేను ట్రూ ఛానల్స్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు ప్రొవైడ్ ఫేస్ టు ఫేస్. ఐఎమ్ ప్రొవైడింగ్ ద ఛానల్స్ ఫేస్ టు ఫేస్. ఓకే, దెన్ ద టోటల్ ఏరియా ఆఫ్ క్రాస్ సెక్షన్ ఈస్ 2 ఛానల్స్ కాబట్టి 2 × 5366, సో 10,732 mm². ఓకే, and for this built up section RZZ equal to 136.6 mm. The single eye section, single channel section be RZZ 136.6 mm, and for built up section also the RZZ equal to 136.6 mm. Why? Because for both the sections Z axis is same. You see, this is the Z axis for single eye channel section, and for the composite section or for the built up section also Z axis is same, and hence IZZ of composite section, the built up section is equal to 2 times the IZZ of channel section. Okay, so RZZ equal to same. So RZZ of single channel is equal to RZZ of built up section, because Z axis is same for both. Now let A be the gap between the channels, so that for built up section RYY is not equal, is not less than RZZ. See here, for the built up section this is the Z axis and this is the Y axis, and this is the gap A, this is the gap between the channels. I am providing channels face to face, and this is the gap A. A is the gap between 2 channels. Okay, and I am providing this gap such that IYY is not less than IZZ. That is, RYY is not less than RZZ. In such a way, I have to place the gap. Okay, now from table 10 we have to decide the buckling class. We already discussed that for all channel sections buckling class is always C. Okay, buckling class is C. Now for the built up section with the lacing, the effective slenderness ratio is given by, generally effective slenderness ratio is LE by RZZ, but it is 1.05 times LE by RZZ. So this 1.05 is the extra factor for a column with lacing. For a column with the lacing, so you have to remember this. If there is no lacing, simply LE by RZZ. Because we are going to design lacing now, gamma ZZ equal to 1.05 times LE by RZZ, and this comes out to be 50. So from table 9C, so for gamma ZZ equal to 50 and yield stress 250 MPa, for these two values FCD is 183 MPa. We already discussed it. From table 9 we have to calculate the design compressive stress. Because it is a buckling class C, so you have to use table 9C. So from table 9C, for these two values FCD comes out to be 183 MPa. This is the design compressive stress. Then load carrying capacity PD equal to area into stress. So area of the built up section is 10,732 mm² into FCD is 183. So this comes out to be 1964 kilometers. This is the load carrying capacity of the built up section, but the actual load is only 1700, so safe. This is okay. So the design, the chosen built up section is okay for load. Now we have to calculate the gap A between the channels. We already discussed that RYY should be more than RZZ. Okay. Now IZZ equal to 2 times the IZZ of single channel, and that is equal to 2 into 10,008. So this is the IZZ of the built up section. So this is IZZ. Now we can calculate IYY. IYY of built up channel, built up section is not equal to 2 times the IYY of a single channel, because for the single channel this is the y axis and for the built up section this is the y-axis. So both y-axis are different, and hence the Iyy of built up section is not equal to 2 times the Iyy of channel. Okay. Now using parallel axis theorem I can calculate Iyy. This is Iyy. About this y-axis I have to calculate the moment of inertia. So Iyy equal to this Iyy plus area into distance square, that is from using parallel axis. So Iyy of individual section is 430.6 plus area into distance between these two y-axis. Distance between these two y-axis. So the distance between this y-axis and this y-axis you have to calculate. That is nothing but 100 plus a by 2 minus 24.4. So this is the distance between these two y-axis whole square into 2, because there are two channels, so into 2. This is Iyy. Now we will see that Iyy must be more than Izz, so this must be more than Izz. Okay, this is Izz. So from this I can calculate A. So A comes out to be 116 mm. So I have to provide a minimum gap of 116 mm. If I decrease this value, if I put less than 116 mm, then Iyy will be less than Izz. But my condition is I will see that Iyy must be more than Izz, and hence A, the gap must be more than or equal to 116 mm. Because I am providing two channels. This is one channel and this is another channel. See, this is one channel and this is the another channel. Okay. So when you are designing two channels, so you have to connect them. So without connection you cannot keep two channels separately. So I can connect by like this. I can connect these two channels by providing a bar like this. This is called as lacing bar. This is called as lacing bar. So lacing bars are connected. Two channels are connected by lacing bars. This is a single lacing. These two are single lacings. This is called double lacing. So this side one bar and this side another bar. So these two lacing bars, they cross each other. This is double lacing and this is a single lacing. Okay. So sometimes we will provide like this also we will connect. You see, horizontal bar. These are called battens. Battens. Okay. This is batten. This is another batten. Maybe another batten like this. So these are called battens. So such a column is called as battened column. So these are lacings and these are battens. So in some cases only lacings are provided. In some cases only battens are provided. And in some cases both provided, lacing as well as battens are provided. Okay. Now design of lacing. Now design of lacing. See, these two channels I am providing face to face. And you have to remember one thing. You don't do galla undle kada, so you have to connect them. So like by using lacing on this face and also on this face. Okay. So these are called lacings. See, this is lacing and this is on this face and also on the opposite face also. That means e face lo lacing, venakal face lo lacing. Like that we will connect. Okay. And you have to decide few things here. You have to first of all calculate the length of lacing. Then you have to calculate the spacing of lacings. This is A1. So from here to here. Okay. That is spacing of lacings you have to decide. Then you have to calculate the width of lacing. Then you have to calculate the thickness of lacing. Then you have to check the slenderness ratio of lacing bar. Okay. Then you have to calculate the force coming on to the lacing bar, because the column is carrying compressive force, and hence lacing bar will also carry compressive force. So we have to calculate that compressive force. Then we have to check whether it is safe or not for that compressive force. Okay. Now, as per class number 7.6.4, the inclination theta, you see this is the theta, inclination of lacing bar should be between 40 degrees and 70 degrees. But practically, generally we will take theta equal to 45 degrees. So in this case also, let us provide theta equal to 45 degrees. So if this is 45 degrees, if this is 45 degrees, and you see this gap is 116 mm, and for this channel, the BF, breadth of flange, is 100 mm, and let us think that we are providing a bolt at 60 mm. So 60 plus 116 plus 60. So total 236 mm. This is 236 mm. Because it is 45, this is also 236. And this is 236 divided by cos 45, this becomes 334 mm. That means the length of lacing bar is 334 mm. See, this is the effective length of lacing bar, 334 mm. Then spacing of lacing bar, ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఇక్కడికి పైన కనపడట్లేదు ఫిగర్లో 236 plus 236. So 472 mm is the spacing of lacing. Okay. Now, as per class number 7.6.5.1, spacing of lacing divided by least radius of gyration of individual channel. So spacing of lacing is A1 divided by, for each channel we are providing a built-up section. Built-up section consists of two channels. So for a channel, minimum radius of gyration is RYY. So A1 by RYY, 472 divided by 28.33 is the minimum radius of gyration of the channel. This comes out to be 16.7. But E clause prakaramu, this must be less than 50 or this must be less than 0.7 times delta minimum. Lambda minimum, sorry. Lambda minimum అంటే మనం బిల్డప్ సెక్షన్కి ఆల్రెడీ స్లెండర్నెస్ రేషియో క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తున్నాం. అది మనకు 50 వచ్చింది ఇందాక. 0.7 into 50, 35. So this 16.7 must be less than 50 ఒక కండిషన్, ఒక కేసు. ఇంకో కండిషన్ వచ్చి must be less than 35. So this is 16.7 is less than 35 కాబట్టి ఓకే. Otherwise you have to redesign, you have to recalculate A1. Next, as per class number 7.6.2, width of lacing bar equal to B equal to 3 into diameter of the bolt. Now let us use 20 mm bolts. So therefore B equal to 3 into 20, 60 mm. That is the width of lacing bar. Then thickness of lacing bar. As per class number 7.63, thickness of lacing bar shall not be less than length divided by 40. So this is the length of bar, effective length of lacing bar divided by 40 comes out to be 8.35 mm. So width 60 mm కావాలి, thickness 8.35 mm కావాలి. కాబట్టి నేను ఐఎమ్ ప్రొవైడింగ్ ఎ ఫ్లాట్ ప్లేట్ ఆఫ్ క్రాస్ సెక్షన్ 60 mm by 10 mm, 8.35 వచ్చింది, నేను 10 mm ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తున్నాను. దిస్ ఈజ్ ద క్రాస్ సెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ది ఫ్లాట్ బార్ ఐఎమ్ ప్రొవైడింగ్ యాజ్ lacing bar. Now you have to check the slenderness ratio of this lacing bar. మరీ స్లెండర్గా ఉందా, మరీ సన్నగా ఉందా అని చెక్ చేయాలి. యాజ్ పర్ క్లాస్ నెంబర్ 7.6.3 and for lacing bar the slenderness ratio shall not be more than 145. సో దీనికి ఆర్ మినిమం క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయాలి కాబట్టి ఆర్ మినిమం అంటే ఇక్కడ ఆర్, దిస్ ఈజ్ వై యాక్సిస్ అండ్ దిస్ ఈజ్ జెడ్ యాక్సిస్. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ ద మినిమం మైనర్ యాక్సిస్ అవుతుంది. సో ఐవైవై ఈక్వల్ టు dB cube by 12. Okay, so dB cube by 12 IYY. Area of lacing bar is 60 into 10. We have decided just now. So RYY equal to square root of I by A. So 2.8 mm is the radius of gyration about y axis. Then slenderness ratio is length divided by R minimum. So 334 divided by 2.88. This is 116. As per class should be less than 145. So okay. So slenderness ratio satisfied. Then as per clause number 7.6.6.1, the transverse shear to be carried by each lacing bar is given by 2.5% of load carried by column. This is the clause good you have to remember. Each lacing bar kuda 2.5% of the column load carry cheyali. So ప్రతి లేసింగ్ బార్ని ఇంత ఫోర్స్గా డిజైన్ చేయాలి మీరు. ఇట్ హ్యాస్ టు క్యారీ ఎ ట్రాన్స్వర్స్ షియర్ ఆఫ్ 2.5% ఆఫ్ లోడ్, కాలమ్ లోడ్. సో మన 2.5% ఆఫ్ కాలమ్ లోడ్ 1700 డివైడెడ్ బై 2 ఎందుకు వేసాము? లేసింగ్ బార్ ఈ ఫేస్లో ఒకటి, ఆపోజిట్ ఫేస్లో ఇంకొకటి. ఇది ఈ ఫేస్లో ఒకటి, ఈ ఫేస్లో ఒకటి. సో రెండు ఫేస్లో రెండు లేసింగ్ బార్స్ ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి డివైడెడ్ బై 2 వేస్తున్నాం. That's why this is divided by 2. That comes out to be 21.24 kilonewtons. This is the shear coming on to the lacing bar. Shear force. Shear అంటే ఏంటి? వర్టికల్ ఫోర్స్. బట్ లేసింగ్ బార్ మనం ఏంటి? ఇంక్లైన్డ్గా ప్రొవైడ్ చేసాం కాబట్టి సో ఇంక్లైన్డ్ కాంపోనెంట్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తాం. ఇది వర్టికల్ వీటీ వచ్చి 231. ఇప్పుడు ఇంక్లైన్డ్గా ఉంది కాబట్టి దీనిలోకి ఎంత కాంపోనెంట్ వస్తుంది? So that is nothing but the load, the compressive load coming on to the lacing bar, PCL equal to VT divided by cos 45. So 30 kilonewtons. So 30 kilonewtons is the compressive force coming on to the lacing bar. So you have to design the lacing bar for this force. Now from table 10 we have to decide the buckling class. So table 10లో ఏముందంటే ఫర్ ఫ్లాట్ ప్లేట్స్ ఫర్ ఆల్ ఫ్లాట్ ప్లేట్స్ బక్లింగ్ క్లాస్ ఈజ్ C. సో C క్లాస్ బక్లింగ్ కాబట్టి వీ హ్యావ్ టు రిఫర్ టేబుల్ 9C. ఇప్పుడు సో ఫ్రమ్ టేబుల్ 9C వీ హ్యావ్ టు క్యాలిక్యులేట్ FCD వాల్యూ, డిజైన్ కంప్రెసివ్ స్ట్రెస్ వాల్యూ. సో స్లెండర్నెస్ రేషియో 116 అండ్ FI 250 MPaకి FCD comes out to be 88 MPa. Then load carrying capacity equal to stress into area. So 88 into area of lacing bar 60 into 10 we have decided now, and this comes out to be 52.8 kilonewtons, which is more than 30. Okay. One more point you have to see. When the reversal of stress takes place, the compressive force becomes tensile force. సో ఈ 30 kilonewtons 10 కంప్రెసివ్ ఫోర్స్ కాస్త టెన్సైల్ ఫోర్స్ అవుతుంది. అప్పుడు నువ్వు లేసింగ్ బార్ని టెన్షన్ మెంబర్గా డిజైన్ చేయాలి. సో యూ హ్యావ్ టు చెక్ ఫర్ టెన్షన్ ఆల్సో. టెన్షన్ మెంబర్ అంటే మీకు గుర్తుంది కదా, లాస్ట్ యూనిట్లో డిస్కస్ చేసాము. ఫస్ట్ స్ట్రెంగ్త్ అగైనెస్ట్ ఈల్డింగ్ ఆఫ్ గ్రాస్ క్రాస్ సెక్షన్. టెన్షన్ మెంబర్ డిజైన్ గుర్తుందా? సో ఈల్డింగ్ ఆఫ్ గ్రాస్ క్రాస్ సెక్షన్ చూడాలా. area of gross section divided by into Fi by gamma m naught. So area into allowable stress, design stress. So area is 60 into 10. Fi కాబట్టి 250 divided by 1.1 is the partial safety factor. This is 136, which is more than 30, hence okay. So strength of gross cross section అయిపోయింది, yielding of gross section అయిపోయింది. నెక్స్ట్ ఏంటి? strength against rupture of net cross section. గుర్తుందా? సో స్ట్రెంగ్త్ అగైనెస్ట్ రప్చర్ ఆఫ్ నెట్ క్రాస్ సెక్షన్. దిస్ ఈజ్ AN into 0.9 FU by gamma m1. సో AN అంటే నెట్ ఏరియా. నెట్ ఏరియా అంటే గ్రాస్ ఏరియా వచ్చి 60 into 10. బట్ ఇక్కడ నెట్ ఏరియా అంటే ఈ బోల్ట్ హోల్ తీసేసేయాలి. 60 mm ఈజ్ ద విడ్త్ ఆఫ్ లేసింగ్ బార్ అండ్ బోల్ట్ హోల్ ఎంత? బోల్ట్ డయామీటర్ 20 mm, బోల్ట్ హోల్ డయామీటర్ +2 అంటే 22 mm. సో 60లో 22 తీసేస్తే నెట్ విడ్త్ వస్తుంది. నెట్ విడ్త్ ఇంటూ థిక్నెస్ ఈజ్ 10 mm. దిస్ ఈజ్ నెట్ ఏరియా ఇంటూ 0.9 FU by gamma m1. దిస్ ఈజ్ పార్షియల్ సేఫ్టీ ఫ్యాక్టర్. మీకు తెలుసు 410 వచ్చినప్పుడు 1.25 వస్తుంది, అలాగే 250 వచ్చినప్పుడు 1.1 వస్తుంది ఇక్కడ. సో దిస్ కమ్స్ అవుట్ టు బి 112, విచ్ ఈజ్ మోర్ దాన్ 30. ఓకే. సో టెన్షన్లో కూడా ఓకే. నౌ యూ హ్యావ్ టు కనెక్ట్ ద lacing bar with the channel. That means you have by means of bolts. So now let us calculate the strength of bolt. So bolt will be in single shear, and hence design shear strength of bolt BDSB. గుర్తొచ్చిందా లేదా? బోల్ట్ డిజైన్ షియర్ స్ట్రెంగ్త్ ఆఫ్ బోల్ట్ VDSB equal to FU by root 3 into gamma m1 into NN into ANB plus NS into ASB. సింగిల్ షియర్ కాబట్టి ఏఎస్బి ఉండదు, ఇక్కడ ఇది ఒకటే ఉంటుంది, నెట్ ఏరియా ఒకటే ఉంటుంది. సో FU డివైడెడ్ బై రూట్ 3 ఇంటూ 1.25 ఈజ్ ద గామా ఇంటూ NN ఈక్వల్ టు 1 ఇంటూ ANB అంటే నీకు తెలుసు కదా 0.78 టైమ్స్ షాంక్ ఏరియా, 0.78 టైమ్స్ బోల్ట్ ఏరియా. సో దిస్ కమ్స్ అవుట్ టు బి 46.4 కిలోమీటర్స్. నెక్స్ట్ డిజైన్ బేరింగ్ స్ట్రెంగ్త్ ఆఫ్ బోల్ట్ VDPB ఈక్వల్ టు 2.5 kb ఇంటూ D ఇంటూ T ఇంటూ FU బై గామా m1. గుర్తుంది ఈ ఫార్ములా? ఓకేనా? ఓకే, రైట్. మనం చాలా ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ సాల్వ్ చేసాము, దాని ప్రతిసారి కూడా KB 0.5 వచ్చింది మనకి, కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ KB వాల్యూ డైరెక్ట్గా 0.5 తీసుకుంటున్నాను ఇక్కడ. సో 2.5 ఇంటూ KB ఇంటూ D అంటే డయామీటర్ ఆఫ్ బోల్ట్ 20 ఇంటూ 10 ఈజ్ ద థిక్నెస్ ఆఫ్ ది లేసింగ్ బార్ ఇంటూ FU బై gamma m1. This comes out to be 82 kilonewtons. So shear strength ఏమో 46.4 kilonewtons, bearing strength ఏమో 82 kilonewtons. So ఈ రెండిట్లో ఏ మినిమము? ఇది దిస్ ఈజ్ మినిమం. సో డిజైన్ స్ట్రెంగ్త్ ఆఫ్ బోల్ట్ ఈజ్ 46.4 kilonewtons. This is the strength of bolt. Now number of bolts required equal to 30 kilonewtons is the force coming on each lacing bar. So 30 divided by strength of bolt is 46.4, that is equal to 1. So hence provide one bolt for connection. So this is the design of lacing. So I am connecting this lacing bar with the channel with by means of one bolt. ఒక బోల్ట్ నేను క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసి ఒక బోల్టే వచ్చింది. సో లైక్ దిస్ వీ విల్ కనెక్ట్ ద లేసింగ్ బార్స్ బై యూజింగ్ వన్ బోల్ట్. సో వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు కనెక్ట్ ద లేసింగ్ బార్ టు ద ఛానల్. సో ఐఎమ్ యూజింగ్ ఓన్లీ వన్ బోల్ట్. సో ఆన్ దిస్ ఫేస్, సో ఆన్ దిస్ ఫేస్ వన్ లేసింగ్ అండ్ ఆన్ ది అదర్ ఫేస్ ఆన్ దిస్ ఫేస్ వన్ మోర్ లేసింగ్. సో ఈ సైడ్ ఒకటి, ఆ సైడ్ ఒకటి, సో బోత్ సైడ్స్. We will see the design of battens in the next video, because video comes out to be lengthy. So we will see the design of battens in the next video. Okay, see you then.